I legitimately haven't recorded a video in 2 weeks. So I'm not even sure I know how to do this anymore. I am out of practice. I honestly cannot believe that we are out of July already and into August. This month has just flown by, which means it's time for another analytic report. So let's talk about how July went, how I think August is gonna go, and feel free to grab a notebook and start tracking your stats as well. First, let's look at my YouTube stats because that's honestly where my main focus is right now anyway. So in July, I had 7,100 views on my channel as a whole. I had 420 watch hours, which is insane, and I gained 105 subscribers. As you can see down below here, it says we did about the same as I would in May, and then I actually gained less subscribers this month than I did between May 31st and June 30th. But as you guys know, I don't really care about subscribers that much. If my channel is small, I would rather have a small connected community than to blow up and have 100,000 subscribers of people who don't actually care about me. So that doesn't bother me at all. The one thing that I'm really focusing the most on is the watch hours. In July, I managed to release 8 videos, which was my goal. The stats are not great on these. I'm gonna be real with you guys. They're okay. Like, don't get me wrong, they're okay, but I haven't been able to crack 200 views in a lot of these. I mean, these were just posted July 27th and July 29th. It's literally August 1st, so they haven't really had that much time to perform. But I don't particularly expect them to get too many more views, understandably so. But for all these other videos, I can't crack over 200 views, except for, of course, on my Pinterest video. And you guys know I'm trying to kind of get a little bit away from Pinterest, so these stats are not exactly surprising. They are, however, still disappointing. It is what it is. I'm thinking this is kind of just growing pains of the channel, and it's something that I'm just going to have to deal with for a little bit, and then hopefully the stats will raise. Because if you think about it, I have been posting essentially for the last 2 years only about Pinterest, or mostly 100% about Pinterest. So a lot of you guys are probably here to listen to me talk about Pinterest, understandably so. If I want to get into talking about a YouTube channel or social media management or any of these other things, or even doing vlogs, like I did one vlog last month, but it might take me a year or so, or at least a couple of months, 6 months at least, to get some people who are interested in other topics. That's just the name of the game. That's the name of the business. When you change your niche, even if it's not extremely drastic, when you change your niche, you're going to get less views. It's how it is. Let's take a look at the stats for these videos. So these are all of the videos that I released in July. You can see the big spike when obviously they were all released, and then they all just did okay. Of course, the most popular one was the Pinterest one. That's to be expected. The social media management one honestly did better than I expected, because usually for me, if I post about social media that isn't Pinterest, those videos tend to do my worst. So I was quite surprised that that one did well. The Plan With Me vlog did well, which is essentially what this is a content and analytics report. This is a video about how much it costs to start a blog, scared of starting a YouTube channel, Canva basics. I'm hoping this one starts to do better because I put a lot of work into this one, which doesn't mean that I'm entitled to the views, obviously, but I'm hoping that this one does a little bit better because I thought that it would. This one completely and utterly tanked, which sucks because I had a lot of fun doing that video. But again, doesn't mean that I'm entitled to the views. I had fun with it, so I guess that's all that matters. And this one I literally released 2 days ago, so I'm expecting that one to do a little better. Now, in terms of vlogs, I don't think I'll be posting any more until the end of the year just because they aren't doing great, which is expected because I'm not a big YouTuber. No one really cares about who I am, and that's fine. I'm still kind of debating what I want to do there, and maybe I will post one here or there if I get a really good idea for one, because I do have fun with the vlogs, but I really want to post the best videos that I can in order to help me get monetized. I want to talk a little bit about my goals for July. I hit them all. My watch hour goals was to get 3,000 watch hours, and I hit 3,003, just barely. I was legitimately in my stats every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, running through how many watch hours I needed, how much I needed to promote, and just kind of throwing a prayer out into the universe that I would hit that 3,000 mark. I knew I was either going to hit the 3,000 public watch hours July 31st or August 1st. So if I hit it August 1st, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but it would have been just slightly disappointing that I missed that goal by essentially 24 hours. So I'm really happy with that. I wanted to release 8 videos. I wanted to update old content and promote all over social. So I did hit all of my July goals. Now we are moving on to August. I want to release 9 videos. I actually played with the idea of trying to do 3 videos a month because I am going to be just super close to getting monetized in December at the current pace. And especially if I'm going to be posting videos that are not necessarily Pinterest related, those are not going to do as well. So I played around with the idea and did the math on if posting 3 videos a week would be worth it. Ultimately decided that it was not. So 9 videos. I want to get the blog ready for relaunch in January. We'll talk about that. I want to update some old thumbnails. I don't really know if updating the old thumbnails is really worth it. The jury's still out on that one. If it's actually worth it, it doesn't seem to be, so I might honestly cross that goal out. And then I want to update and revamp my product. So with my blog, I have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes on it, and I updated my entire homepage. If you've never been on my blog, or even if you have been on my blog, chances are you will have no clue that I've changed it. But this bar right here, navigation bar, putting this little logo in there took me like an hour or 2 to figure out how to get that logo up there. I've revamped that more times than I can count to make sure that it is as easy to use as possible. And I've played around with the categories as much. I've done a lot of different things. So this is what my current blog looks like. I have these that are clickable things. It'll take you to different areas. Added a few pictures in here talking about Pinterest management, Pinterest simplicity, and Pinterest templates. A little about me section. I've got my YouTube channel called out here so that people can go back to my YouTube channel if they see this here. Client reviews that I've gotten, and then my latest post down here. This I spent a day or 2 working on, which you wouldn't know, but a lot goes into this. I spent like a couple days researching how to make your homepage convert better. I'm also working through updating a lot of blog posts because, as I said in my goals, I want to relaunch in January. And I say relaunch, but I don't really plan to do anything especially drastic. It's more, I want to get the blog ready to be starting to post on again in January. I'm not gonna like take the blog down, relaunch it, it's not gonna be a whole thing. But for me, I'm considering it a relaunch. I want to update my work with me, Pinterest management services. I'm actually considering adding more services because I would also like to get away from Pinterest management and Pinterest creation. And I'm trying to figure out what other services I can offer. Thinking of offering some YouTube services in the future. That would be really cool because YouTube is definitely an obsession for me. A lot of things are going on in the background, but the main focus right now is YouTube, and the blog is kind of pushed to the wayside. So we can go ahead and look at the analytics for the blog, but I haven't consistently posted on the blog in the past like year and a half, to be honest with you. I'm also not promoting the blog as much as I used to, so that doesn't help either. A lot of these are just super old pins that are still bringing me traffic. And which is crazy to think about. 2,629 views in July, and I posted 1 time and haven't posted an actual blog post since March. And I have 2,629 views. Almost all of them are from Pinterest. And this is why Pinterest is so powerful, but still really good, considering I only posted 1 post and haven't posted an actual post in months. Now we can move on to the money aspect of things. And I did pretty well this month. I did almost exactly the same as I did last month, honestly. I made $60 from Teachable with course sales. I made roughly $94 from 2 Pinterest audit clients, which is the new service that I launched 2 months ago now. And I made $176 from a Pinterest management client. So as you can see, Pinterest is still making me all of my money, which is good, but considering I'm trying to get away from that, not ideal. But I'm definitely not complaining. I am so grateful that I'm making money from Pinterest. I cannot complain. I would just prefer something else, and that's what we are working towards. So I made $332 blogging last month, strictly with the blog. I also bought a new planner. If you need a new planner, I will link a similar one to this down below. I bought this one at Meijer, but I'll link a similar one. And I think that is it. If you want to see more from me, or if you want to see the last analytic report I did, you can check it out right here. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.